Welcome, my Zentangle friends. My name is Emmy. I'm a CZT, which means I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. I love teaching, and I'm so glad you're here with me today to enjoy day 23 of Inktober. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's more challenge, and it's very thrilling. So today we're doing a pattern called Qurtuba. It's by Aida Mon. She's Spanish from Spain, and she has this delightful pattern. It's based on something that she saw on a building or possibly a church, I'm not sure which, and she deconstructed it, which is something because all it is loops, orbs, and just some sticks like. And I think that you and I can do this quite easily and have a lot of fun with it. So we've got all our usual supplies, and let's get going. Okay, so I am going to work in pen right away. You can work in whatever you choose with whatever paper you want. I'm going to put a long stick on an angle. And then I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to put an aura, a second stick, to the first. I'm planning on coming down about the equivalent, I'd say, of an inch maybe. And do a parallel stick. And let's do one next to it, just like we did up here. An aura stick. Hard to work slow once in a while, isn't it? Okay. The next step is we're going to add a hump right here in the middle from the bottom to the top to the bottom again. Bottom on a wave line like that. Soft curve. And then let's pretend that this is going on and make another one come this way. And connect this bottom one back up to one that's going to be almost imaginary in this direction here. The first thing I want to do is I want to add a kind of the beginning of a printemps. Kind of watch. I'm going to start back up here at about a third. I'm going to come around, touch the bottom, make a circle, and then complete it with a substantial dot there, or teardrop, whatever you prefer. The way that she's designed this is off of this raised one and this raised one. It's going to go just the opposite direction. So I'm going to take off here, touch the bottom, come around, and finish with a teardrop again, or an orb. It's fine, whatever you do. Very hard to get symmetry to look the same, isn't it? So this one from the bottom, come along up, take off, and teardrop. Isn't that sweet? I just think it's the sweetest pattern ever. So she has a treatment that she likes to do in here. And the first thing is, at the bottom of this, where it makes the curve, this curved line, she makes a pretty substantial, like it's meant to be like almost a pattern of a petal or a leaf. From here, she's going to make two more, one off like that, and another off like that, with an orb at the top if you have room. And then a nice little treatment in here, which gives movement, I think. So you might think, like I do, that it'll be easier to work in this direction. So let's go ahead right at the bottom, just like we did here. Well, maybe work in this one first, right? Make a one that's tight to the bottom. And then we're going to make 2 more leaves. Leaf and a leaf and an orb, and darken any spots that you need to. Isn't it sweet? Let's do another one here. A leaf, take off another leaf, and another leaf. Whoop, let me turn this around. What a sweet pattern, huh? I just love it. Let's make one more. I don't really want to take the time with you to do all 4 of these. I think you can see what's happening and where it's going. There is one more thing I'd like to do here. Where this joins, you know, it makes me think in the terms of wrought iron. I'd like to darken that there. So see, I've got this little area here, and I'd like to darken that as well. And if this went on and on and on, I would do more. But let's go ahead and get to our compilation piece without the poem. I'd like to make this, well, I think you can see it pretty good. I did this all across the bottom. And so I just up and down and up and down, and then added these in whatever pattern I liked, but I really liked this idea that it was connected with tiny bits of wrought iron. So you could do something like that or more to it. You can see how I've added my shading here. And let's make one, if you're with me, on the one that has the poem. Now you're going to have to pause me a minute to set up your work if you're doing this like I am. I decided I'd do it on the bottom again, coming out of this day's Middleton and coming right into mythography over here. And it's just going to kind of fall away over here. So what's important is that my mind needed to somehow measure these apart. And all I did was use this, and I measured each with just a sticky note that I'd folded. I measured each one. It's about a 1/2 inch all the way across. And I did the same thing on the bottom all the way across. So take a minute and do that and put me on pause, and then we can get going on this gorgeous thing. But I do think even I'm going to work in pencil on this. I hope it's okay with you. My idea, now that we're back together, is that I'm going to start at the bottom, come to here and down. So down and down and down and down. And if it isn't perfect, it's not a biggie, okay? It's not going to be a problem. So just relax. Take a breath. Put your feet on the floor. And just let's relax. Remember, this side is going to go into the netherworld. So I actually want to start upside down here, because this is where I want them to be as even as possible. You can see that I put a line and a second line, just like our sample, and a line and a second line. The idea is I'm going to come from here to here to here, alternating. And if you want to just do them one at a time, that would be wise. Come up. Come back down. We'll meet up here. And come back down. Now, maybe your wrought iron is going to be like mine and a little bit beat up. Everybody knows the pen does what the pen wants, and so does the pencil. Come back down. Having those little cheat lines can be a really big help sometimes, I think. How about you? Up. And this one, I have room for it to come back down into this area here. And I could actually go behind that mythography and do a couple more, which would be very cool. I love morphing. I just love the idea of morphing. Now I have more room in this direction. So I'm going to turn my work back and I'm going to ink this pencil line that I made in. And I'm going to straighten out anything that I want to, because this is all going to turn into shade anyway, all this overdrawing I'm doing. So straighten out any lines that you're not happy with. Connect at the bottom of each. And maybe think about that. There's no reason that can't go behind here and have that line go right through that mythography. That would be really cool. Okay, I think it's smart to start in the middle. Okay, so let's start right where we normally would. This one is coming down. Take off, go round, make sure it touches the bottom. And a teardrop and darken. Let's do this one too. We know that this is the bottom, the hill is going down. Take off and teardrop. And you see that mine are a little bit different, and that's called human, okay? We're going to run into this thing where Mary Poppins does not live here, okay? Okay, let's do another one. Coming down this hill here, come round. Okay, now we will do the other side. So this side, and you can start again in the middle or wherever you like. I'm going to start here because it's just convenient. I'm going to trace over with pen my line all the way up to that double line and teardrop. Do it again. Trace all the way over, take off, and land. Let's do this again, all the way. Take off and land. And I have this one here all the way, tight, tight, release, and land. Very nice. This one, I can bring this here. I don't know if you can or not, but I will just have to go behind, pretend that it's coming out here, and teardrop. Woohoo! It worked. Okay, if you happen to have a thicker pen handy, oh no, let's not do that yet. I forgot. We've got to add the treatment that Ada wanted. So, starting wherever you choose, of course, I'm going to come along here. And this is meant to be pretty close to the next one if you have enough room. And then a thin leaf. Another thin leaf, and an orb with a little bit of darkening behind it, and these little flicks that are meant to show movement. Let's move to this one. A leaf that's quite close to the bottom, and then two more. Flicks. I think you know where we're going, so I will meet you at the end in a minute. Nice. How do you like it so far? I think it's really, really cool. So let's go ahead and darken behind each of these bits here. And I'm going to switch over to my 05 pen. I happen to have it handy. So I'm going to switch over so that I can get these bits in here. And I'm sure you know where you're going. So I will meet you in a minute. So time to get some shading on our wrought iron gate. And as you know, we've already left some areas of shade. I like to not do too much. And you see I'm pulled away from the upswing. I'd like to get a little in here if there's room in that half a circle. Might not be room for you. And then I want to go up the other side on the inside. Well, that's what it looks like from here anyway. So it's on the inside here. Oops, sorry. On the inside here. It's also on the inside here. You can do more, but I think you will probably have enough graphite on your blender stump. I'd also like to put a little tiny bit of darkening or shade in these little bitty flower things that we made, leaves. And then blender stump it is. Just push it around. It has a different kind of illusion without being too close to that ink line that we made. And that's what I'm trying to do. See, I'm following the curve, just letting my blender stump smudge as it will. If it gets too thick, then I'll come back and get my eraser. But let's just see what we have here first. See, it travels up the side quite easily. Little tiny smudge there. It'll give you the opportunity to look it over and see if you're not happy with any particular thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the whole thing. I hope you are too. So thank you for being here for day 23. Oh my goodness. I will see you soon. Bye.